You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Today's market transcends beyond ups and shops. Global trends sets the pace for today's trader. On Africa Business Radio, we bring you Social Trader, keeping you updated around the world of online business across social media platforms on africabusinessradio.com.
We care about you and your business. Welcome to the Social Trader Show with Onoja on Africa Business Radio.
All our dreams can come true if only we have the courage to pursue them. Yes, indeed, and that's why I'm back at you again, ladies and gentlemen, with another fresh episode of your top-notch entrepreneurship show here on Africa Business Radio. I mean, by the tone of my voice, you know already what's about to unveil, but guys, I know if you're just joining us for the first time, you probably do not have an idea what we do on here, and that is why you need to stay tuned, because after the break, I will be back to unveil all that I have for you this week. My name is Onoja. And welcome back from that very short break. Good to know you're still tuned in. It is still the Social Trader Show here on Africa Business Radio. And it's your boy, Onoja, about to give it to you like it's hot. Well, like we all know, entrepreneurship has been specified as the ability to make decisions regarding the establishment, operation, and development of any business and implementing the decisions as well. Still, there are some major factors affecting entrepreneurship growth or success, like we all call it. So today I decided that, you know what, guys, I'm going to be taking you through some of them on this episode and how, of course, you can manage to tackle some of these, factors that could affect your growth as an entrepreneur. Okay, if you're ready, let's take a look at these factors. So one of the factors is aspiration and attitude. Aspiration and attitude. What does that even mean? Well, every person acts and behaves according to his aspirations and attitudes. I know we all know that. Now, a person with high ambitions helps himself to become a big entrepreneur. Similarly, if a person has the attitude to work as an entrepreneur, only then can he achieve success. Another factor affecting entrepreneurship growth is personal factors. Personal factors. Now, just so you know, the personal factors of an individual also influence his spirit of becoming an entrepreneur. The entrepreneur having qualities of immense imaginations, maturity, optimism, foresightedness, ability to bear risks, efficiency, self-confidence, leadership ability, dynamic thinking, hard work, honesty, and so on is sure to achieve success. So it's a sure banker that if you possess any of this quality or all of them together, success is the starting point for you. Now, moving on to the next factor, we have the family factors. Family circumstances now. Every person has different family circumstances. It is often observed that due to family non-cooperation, enterprises get frustrated, whereas a person becomes a successful entrepreneur with a family cooperation. So that business you're into, that business you're doing, how together are you guys? Are they in support? Do they give you the mental support? Do they give you the financial support that you need to push that business to the next round? Well, ask yourself, if you don't have it, is something you want to take seriously and work on. The next factor is government policies, facilities, and incentives. I take that again. Factors affecting your growth could be government policies, facilities, and incentives. Various government policies like the economic policy, taxation policy, import and export policy, and licensing policy affect the development of entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial. Now, if only the government provides basic infrastructure facilities like electricity, transport, for example, banking, insurance, communication to water, raw materials, and warehousing facilities, it certainly results in development of entrepreneurship. Another factor that could affect an entrepreneurial growth is social and cultural factors. Social and cultural factors. Now, we all know that social organization, traditions, level of education, personal behavior, situational circumstances, caste or class system, family training, and another ethical level of society are such social and cultural elements which affect the development of entrepreneurship such a big way. Now, there we have it. I just pulled you through some of the factors that could be affecting your growth as an entrepreneur. Now, moving on is where we get to find out who's going to be sitting on my hot seat today on the guest segment, coming right after the break. Do not go anywhere.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Today's market transcends beyond ups and shops. Global trends sets the pace for today's trader. On Africa Business Radio, we bring you Social Trader, keeping you updated around the world of online business across social media platforms on africabusinessradio.com.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back from that very short break. And I am excited. I'm always the excited guy. You know why? Because, there's so much fun around here, especially this particular segment where we get to talk to fantastic and inspiring personalities. Well, this week is no different, as I have another great person that will be speaking to us when it comes to, entrepreneurship. You just need some inspiration. You need people with experience to talk to you and, push you, give you that extra push. So today, my guest is Dumebili Nwafo, a Nigerian beauty influencer based in Lagos. Now, she's a professional makeup artist and CEO Lee Uzuri House of Beauty. And she is also a beauty content creator on Instagram and a beauty and lifestyle YouTuber with over 13K subscribers. That's really huge worldwide. I'm talking about like worldwide subscribers now, and almost 1 million views on her videos. Like, she posts a video and literally, people keep playing, and it hits the 1 million. That's huge. And I have her right here to talk about her brand, Lee Uzuri House of Beauty. I don't know what that means, but I have her right here to give us more insight on that. Hi, Dumebi.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing so well. I can't really wait to get into this interview so well. I want you to give me success tips. I don't know how you do it, but there's a lot of magic going on. It looks like you're doing so much magic. I don't want my listeners to miss out on anything. So I'm going to ask you again on how you discovered your brand, Lee Uzuri House of Beauty.
Okay, so Lee Uzuri was born out of passion. Its beauty has always been something I've been passionate about right from when I was a teenager. So when I finished my university education, I got a teaching job, and I realized that life wasn't for me. I wanted to follow my passion. So I went to a proper beauty school, and then I went for my training and I started my business. And from there, it's just been, from one stage to another, and it's been getting better and better.
Obviously. Now, right now, I know, first of all, I'm supposed to have asked you, okay, what's your inspiration, or, that kind of tell me more about your brand. I wanted to know more and stuff. But what really caught me first is the fact that you just came out and you're hitting over 1 million views on each video you drop. What's the secret to that success, please?
Okay, actually, let me clarify. It's not 1 million views on each video.
Okay, not on each video, but at least you get to hit 1 million.
Yes, not on each video, but like I have like videos with thousands, hundreds of thousands of views.
What are you saying? What are we? We're still talking about the same thing. So this is me just saying that, okay, if you can hit 1 million over some video, then definitely like it's all around for me. So I don't even care if it's some videos or it's not easy to get a 10 view on a video these days, especially coming from an entrepreneur. For someone who is just starting, that is not such a big brand like the world knows. It's not so easy to have, to have that amount of people, hundreds of thousands of viewers come to your page to want to see what you're posting. That's a huge success for me already.
Yeah,
so tell me that secret. How did you hit that? How did you get to that level?
Okay, it's basically hard work. I try to, number one, when it's passion, that's the number one thing that drives you, because it comes easily to you, and then you want to make the best out of it. I'm my worst critic. I want each video that I put out to be better than the last one. Then I also watch like some people that inspire me, like in the beauty influencer realm, in the YouTuber realm. I have some people that I look up to. So I see what they're doing. Then I try to, put my own spin on my own thing, and then I do it. Because I know I have to be original, but I still have to get inspiration from people that are doing it right. You understand? Then I don't even let these minor hurdles discourage me, because sometimes you do something and you expect that it's going to go viral and it doesn't. So it's usually heartbreaking, but it's about picking yourself up, knowing what to do better, what to work on, and then going like further. Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Okay. That's really cool. So, this brand has been how long? It's been running for how long now?
Uzuri is been on since 2015, but my YouTube channel has been on since 2017.
Nice. Experiences, I'd like to know. Like, I got to know that you've worked for a few. You know what, Leah? The truth is, prior to this interview, I had to go to your page when I had you as a guest, when I was told I was going to have you on the show. So I had to literally go scout for you and check you out. And I did check you out. And you're doing supremely well. Now, I noticed you have worked for a few celebrity people, like, our superstars. Yes, you've made up some superstars we know in the industry. Tell me your experience working for them.
It's actually been nice. They are usually pleasant. I think the only thing is that most of them are skeptical if they've not worked with you before, of which I understand. I mean, anybody can come and do anything on your face that you may not like. So it's always safer to play with someone you've worked with before. So apart from that initial skepticism, they are actually very sweet and accommodating. And I've never done makeup on any celebrity, neither I speak that did not like it. So
wow. Okay. Now I see where. Okay, so each celebrity you've worked for had actually loved your job.
Yes.
Hence, more doors are opening.
Definitely. And the way these things go, from one referral, from a satisfied client to referring you to another referral.
Most definitely. Now, you sound like, like this is so soft and everything is cool. This is really cool. Like from the excitement from your voice, the excitement on the voice, you'd be like, okay, I really haven't worked for anybody and the person complains or anything. So, I'm chilling, I'm doing well. I still believe somehow, as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, there are people, like there are some, not just some people, every entrepreneur must have encountered some kind of very awkward moments. I'd like you to share with us. Exactly. Now we're on that vibe. I'd like to know some of your, down moments. Take me back. I want to have a feel of what's the bad experience like for you. Tell us a bit story of it.
Oh, this story. Okay, I'm not going to call names. Okay. She's actually not Nigerian. She's Ghanaian. So I got introduced to her by a friend of mine that works with, celebrities and stuff. She was coming for the AMVCA, I think 3 years ago or thereabout. So I was booked to do her makeup. Yeah. And then she just haggled the price and haggled. And I wanted to stick to the price that, I usually would charge. But she kind of like threatened that let me not use the word threaten, but she told me that if I didn't reduce my price to like half price, that she was going to not like give me credit when she posts on her Instagram page.
That's like normal.
Yes. So she's like, if you're going to charge me this rate, then just don't know that I'm not going to.
That's how intimidating. You know what? Yeah. If I post, you know the kind of people you're going to have coming for you. So if you are not going to work anything on price, I'm not going to make any post mentioning you or anything. I get.
Yeah, that was what she said. So I actually agreed exactly. So I agreed to the price that she wanted because I felt like, I was still starting out, so I needed it, So I went all the way. It was quite a distance. I traveled from the mainland in Lagos that I stayed all the way to Ajah, and it was raining. So I went under the rain. It was not even funny. But when I got there for her photo shoot, it turned out that she had already had her makeup done. And I'm like,
no way.
This was not the arrangement.
Exactly.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. This actually happened. She had done the makeup and she knew I was already on my way to her. We had struck an oral deal over the phone. So on getting there, I just ended up staying for the shoot, help her fluff her dress, help her, get into her dress, get out of her dress. I just was basically the assistant there.
Okay.
Then she told me she was going to compensate me because the next day was the AMPCA. Okay. So she was like, I was going to do her makeup for the event. So I waited for her call the next morning so that she would give me her hotel room number and stuff like that, like where the makeup was going to happen. And she never called. She left me hanging, and it was on a Saturday, which is usually our peak period. So I had turned down other jobs for her. God. It was terrible. I was so pissed off. Okay. I was pissed off. I'm not even going to lie.
I know. Please, let's not bring back that bad vibe right now. It's just a reflection. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really awkward. I mean, it baffles me a lot to know that some celebrities can actually come that low. I don't know if it's a lot of faking that's going on, but I don't know why a celebrity would tell someone, you know what, if you're not going to bid down the price for me, I am never going to post your work. Even if I post, I won't mention you. They will definitely post your work because you're wonderful at it and they would like to show their beauty. But then they'd be like, I would not post mention you on the posts because you did not bid down the price for me. That's really bad.
Exactly.
Talking about that, I know there's still something, regardless of what you go through sometimes, there is still one thing that keeps you on track, that tells you this is what I'm made for. This is what I want to do. Tell us about your motivation. What's that one thing that motivates you? What's that big thing that hits you, regardless, we're still strong?
Sincerely, like a satisfied client motivates me. When I'm done with someone's and she looks in the mirror and she smiles and she's confident. You can literally see their confidence go from 0 to 100.
I get
that. Yeah, that it gives me a certain kind of high. Okay. I really love that. Then there are some people that come up to me, maybe like starters in industry, and they're like, "Oh, you inspire me." That really keeps me going. And I like to reflect on what I've done. So once in a while, you see me go back, view pictures of what I've done, or my videos on my YouTube, and it inspires me because I'm like, look how far you've come. You've come too far to quit. Yeah, that's what motivates me.
Good, very, very great motivation there. So now the internet actually has become one space where a lot of things are happening. And, for some people, especially entrepreneurs, the internet is quite not satisfactory for them. When it comes to favoring them to get jobs and everything, I'd like to know, how has the Instagram or the internet affected your business as a brand?
Oh, wow. Our business, I think clients have, how do I put it? A lot of clients rate you by the number of Instagram followers you have. And you have, yes. Some of them don't even care if your work is as good as the next person, just because the other person has more subscribers, more followers on Instagram and more likes on their pictures, because they want to trend. I think that's so. Yes, but apart from that, the internet has actually been very beneficial because, especially with the use of hashtags and location and stuff, people tend to people that otherwise wouldn't have found you can find easily. So it's mostly good. Yeah, it's been mostly good than the bad. Okay,
that's really good. It's good to know that it's actually doing you the good and the bad. So next up, there are this show is actually, as the name goes, Social Trader, a show designed to celebrate entrepreneurs in our society, give them platform to get inspired, motivated, and get some extra push to do better and go harder, right? So
Yes.
Always satisfying to know that people like you are already making, impact in the society with your hands and your ability. Come on the show. Now, I'm privileged to bring to someone listening to us right now the chance for you to say something to keep them going, like an encouragement, as someone who's been in the business with a lot of experience. What do you have to say to someone listening?
Well, our business is very saturated, so just know that it's not going to be a walk-in, but you have to look for what sets you apart, because the sky is big enough for everybody to shine. So know what sets you apart, perfect your craft, build a very good relationship with your colleagues, because believe me, they are going to help. And by colleagues, I don't mean like fellow makeup artists or stuff, like people that are in the same line of business that you are, that can help you improve, that can help you get gigs also. You cannot be an island. Don't look at everybody as a competition.
Exactly.
Instead, make them your allies.
Okay.
Yes, and then you have to be your own motivation, because there'll be a lot of obstacles, but you just have to keep going.
Exactly. I think bottom line is to be your own motivation, because sometimes if you wait for people, you would wait forever and nothing is going to ever happen. You have to stand up and believe in yourself and know why you're doing what you want to do. Good. Thank you so much. You're such a whole vibe, like a cup of awesomeness.
Thank you so much for having me.
I like the energy, and I like the fact that you actually could spare a time for us here on the show. Thank you so much, Do Maybe, and it's been such a wonderful journey. Please keep safe.
Thank you so much.
All right, then. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen listening to us, it's been Do Maybe CEO Leah Uzuri, House of Beauty. She is a beauty content creator on Instagram and beauty and lifestyle YouTuber with over 13K subscribers worldwide. Almost like just the way she corrected me, not all videos have a million views, but some of the videos have indeed millions of views, and that's to tell us that she's doing supremely great. All right, it's been Social Trader here on Africa Business Radio, and it's that time of the show where we get to check out our top 3 tips on how to succeed as an entrepreneur. Do not go nowhere, because that will come right after the break. And welcome back. I sure believe that some entrepreneur who had listened through that interview has gotten some sort of, extra energy and extra push to go harder this time, having heard all of the story and how she's able, talking about that amazing guest now that I had, how she was able to grow her followers and, attention on the YouTube channel. That one alone got me, and I am motivated. I hope you are as well. Well, moving on is where we check out our top 3 tips on how to succeed as an entrepreneur. So if you are an entrepreneur, I know we all have been waiting for this segment, and here we are. Well, not everybody, like we all know also, is privileged to have a business mentor in person. And that is why what I do always here is to bring to you tips that could help and guide you through your hustle as an entrepreneur. Now, my number 1 tip today is don't get married to every one of your ideas. Stay ready to pivot. Do not get married to every one of your ideas. Stay ready to pivot. Now, you know why? Because your company will change rapidly in its beginning phase. You have to be able to pivot and adjust to those new developments. Just because it starts as one thing does not necessarily mean that that thing will be the only purpose your business will ever serve. Now, let's look at Amazon. It started as an online bookseller. And guess what? It has since expanded to be the largest full-line retailer in the world. A large part of their success is due to their ability to adapt when the new stream of cash flow are introduced. So what are you doing really? Now find ways to diversify your business assets and then be ready to make changes as those streams develop. My number 2 tip is customer service is king. Wear it a crown if you have to. Customer service is king. Yes. Now, how you treat your customers is vital to your future success. You need to know that, please, if you're listening to me. How you treat your customers is vital to your future success. I would have to reiterate this if I have to over and over, just because I care so much about you and your brand. Now, you have to really listen to what your customers' needs are. Instead of assuming you already know what they want, just get to find out what they really, really, really need. To be a successful entrepreneur, you have to have a connection to your clients. You can't build a trusting bond with cold and personal transactions. So, what you need to do is get out of your office, hit the street, and start talking to your clients face to face. No matter how big you are, it doesn't really matter. Be humble and get real with the customers you have, so that way you can collect raw, useful information on how to make the experience even better with your brand. Now let's take a look at another example. James Senegal, one of the founders of Costco, toured hundreds of stores a year until he retired at the age of 77. Now that's how he kept his ears to the ground and understood his customers' need. And ever since, you can tell that he's been such a giant until his retirement. My last tip for today is follow your passion, not what you think is going to be easy to make profit. Follow your passion, not what you think is easy to make profit. Think about a big business idea you have. Are you in love with it? Let's begin by this question. Are you really in love with that business idea that you have? Is this something you would be ecstatic to eat, sleep and breathe every day for a few years? If it pumps you up just thinking about doing it for a living, that's a really good sign. If not, throw the idea out and find something else. And that will be it on my top 3 tips on how to succeed as an entrepreneur today. I have a strong feeling that someone listening to me has learned how to move as an entrepreneur. Of course, there are always rules. There's nothing you would do in this life. There are no rules guiding them. If you want to succeed, you need to stay put and pay attention. And, success is going to be your next name. Your surname. Yeah, sure. Success will be your surname. And it's been such an amazing time right here in the studio, knowing that we have been having a roller coaster feeling. That moment you feel low because you're not doing certain things right. And the moment you feel, oh yeah, I've been doing this right. So if you have been listening, I'll be supremely excited to hear from you. I'd like to know, what did you hear on this episode that got you thinking, that got you, saying that, oh yeah, I get to do this. I get to do that next time. I want to know. Let's have a talk. Let's not end the conversation here. Remember, you can get across to us or me right here in the studio across all our social media platforms. That is on Facebook, Instagram at Africa Business Radio, Twitter at Africa Biz Radio. Remember also, you can listen to this particular episode or any episode of the Social Trader Show on our podcast channel. That is on www.africabusinessradio.com. And until next time, I am Onoja. Like I would always say, stay true to your dreams and good luck.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.